Hey friends, so you want to catch that mahi mahi, that dorado, that dolphin. I mean, how many names, Jimmy, we have for this species? I mean,
everywhere you go, somebody calls them something
calls
different.
it something different. Well, we're here at Oceans East in Nags Head, North Carolina, and I'm with the owner here of Oceans East in Nags Head, Jimmy Hillsman, and we're talking today with a man that had 16 years in the back of a charter boat. He now owns this incredible tackle shop. He's opened it up for all of us here in the community at Saltwater Fishing University. And I'm excited about this video because I'm learning so much as we talk to him and his staff. So let's lean into the top baits, top lures, essentially same thing, right? We're gonna call it mahi or dolphin, but we're just gonna call it mahi in this video. And we're gonna break down each one of these. And this is specific to trolling, correct?
Yep,
right?
Yep, it's just trolling.
Which is mainly what, you know, most folks do for, obviously you can bail for them, but when you're bailing mahi, it's a little bit different because you throw a little bit of bait on there, like a little bit of squid, and they take everything at that point. You throw your shoe out there. All right, so let's start with Mr. Squidnation. Tell us about this guy here.
So these little small Squidnation little chuggers, very, very small, called the slammer. I really like these, you know, when fishing for dolphin. What we do is, what we'll do, I'll take one out and show you. I mean, this thing is teeny, which is great. If I'm going down a grass line, you know, there's dolphin a lot of times underneath the grass, so I'm going slow, you know, 5 knots, 6 knots, going down the grass line, just pulling stuff, trying to get the bailers or the gaffers come out from underneath the grass and hit, you know, what I have in the spread. So I like these. I like green or I like pink for this dolphin. But what I'll do is get a little mustad hook, 3407, like say it's called like a 50 or 60. I'll put a little strip of squid on this. Okay. And I'll put this back there, and then just this little chug is just enough to get a lazy dolphin to come out and grab it from you know, underneath some grass. Yeah,
it's super inexpensive too. So
I mean,
you know,
yeah, these are very inexpensive, but they're great. I mean, you don't need anything elaborate to catch these dolphins. Just really some color to get them out. Maybe a little bit of a flat head that gives you a little bit of a little chug, you know, or a little pop through the water. Yeah. And they'll come up and demolish it. Very, very easy. Like I said, mustad 3407, 5 or 6 hook, strip of squid behind it, and the dolphin's not going to pass that up. It could be a 30, 40 pound gaffer, or what we call a bailer around here, which is, you know, something maybe 20, 24 inches, something very small too.
Yeah. All right, cool. That's good stuff. All right, so that's number one. Next recommendation from our friends at CH Lures, we've got Lil Stubby.
Lil Stubby.
Tell us about Lil Stubby. I like the name.
And this Lil Stubby, it'll catch everything.
It'll catch big Stubby.
I mean, good gosh, tunas, blue marlins, everything hits. It's a pretty cool little lure. CH Lures makes this Lil Stubby. They also have a rattle jet that's very, very similar to this that I also like. Same deal. Well, you can put a ballyhoo behind this. Okay. Or you can put a strip of squid. I like just putting a hook and a strip of squid behind it and troll down the grass line. But if you want to, you can put a ballyhoo behind it too.
Silly question, coming from obviously someone that's ignorant about this. Do you have to put anything on it? Could it still catch, or is it? You definitely should be most of the time.
It'll still catch, but it's going to catch a lot better if you have something behind it.
Got it.
Like at least a strip of squid. That's kind of how I do. I'll put a strip of squid behind it and go down the grass line and feel pretty confident one's come up underneath if he sees it.
Right. Okay, good deal. All right, that's a little Stubby. All right, and so now we've got this guy here. I'll let you explain the name there.
So this is a little Islander. This right here is a rider. It's got a little flat head, which I like. I like the all chartreuse color for dolphin. Dolphin, you know, I watch them go around everything and hit something green, chartreuse, or pink. Those are the hot colors around here anyway for dolphin that I like. But with this little head, man, it chugs and they come flying in.
When you say it chugs, what do you like? What's it?
It's with the little head. Yeah. It just kind of pushes the water out of the way and and they see that and they'll come up and grab it.
Gets them excited. All right, so so once again, it's called the Outrider from Iland Lures.
And with me, I like a ballyhoo behind this. You can fish it with, like I said, a strip of squid, but this one in particular, I like a ballyhoo behind it.
All right. So there we got that one.
And this is a pretty crazy little thing that we've been selling the last couple of years.
Interesting. We've got a flashy strip, very different design with this.
Oh, it is. I found it online a couple winters ago when I was looking for new products for my shop, and this is called an Islamorada Flyer. Real nice guys from Islamorada, obviously, and they make a couple different sizes and colors. but it's to imitate a flying fish. And if you look
I see it now.
if you look
I
at
totally
the eyes
see it.
on here,
That's wild.
I mean, in the head, it's identical to the eyes and head of a flying fish. But
that is
But these little things are, I mean, dolphin can't stand them. I mean,
really cool.
because they're eating little flying fish.
How we're doing that?
Yeah, all the time. I mean, so it's what they're eating, especially in that pretty hot water.
Oh yeah, I can see that. And so, has this picked up here in the Nags Head area as well? Is it?
So,
I know, obviously, I'm sure it's pretty big down there in the Keys.
I sell a lot of them. Yes. You know, the blue and white I sell that looks just like a flying fish, and then I also have this, you know, pink one. But what you can do with this one is just put a hook behind it, nothing else. Or you could, you know, put a ballyhoo behind it if you want. Normally, I just put a hook behind this little thing. Strip a squid if you want. Kind of the same general idea. But this thing is neat. And like I said, I got a blue and white that looks just like I mean, side by side, it's unreal how close they came. You know, they designed it.
All right, cool. And last but not least, and hopefully this is helping you choose your best Mahi lures of 2024. We got the Fathom here. Tell us about this guy.
So Fathom makes these little chugger heads, or what I call them, and this one's nice because it comes already rigged. You don't have to rig it. You don't have to do anything. Just put it out there and you'll catch a fish. But I mean, it's got Mylar in it. I mean, the Dolphin really love this thing. It's already done. All the customer has to do is buy it, put it out, not even have to mess with it.
You still going to put your squid or your ballyhoo on there?
I'd put a piece of squid if anything. Yeah. But you can pull it without it.
That one you could pull without anything.
Yes.
Right? Okay. So that's good to know. That's good to know. And it seems like, because they're so much smaller, it seems like just to be able to go mahi fishing, it seems like more of an economical venture as well.
It is.
Pretty safe to say.
It's a lot cheaper than the tuna fishing stuff. And I'll say this, you know, I've said before in another video, I remember saying, but it's almost like they're like a brim in a bass pond. You're trying to catch bass. They're hungry. They eat everything. And that's why they grow so quickly. But, you know, simple, and you'll catch them. Just don't overthink it. And just anything simple like this, and they'll come up and eat it.
Y'all hear that? Simple, don't overthink it, and you'll catch it. That's the beauty behind Mahi, Dorado, Dolphin, whatever else you can think of wherever you are in the world. But it's a great fish, and certainly a great eating fish as well.
Oh, it is.
And
it is
you know,
good.
you catch one of those big bulls, it's one you can have a fish of a lifetime. We hope that you've enjoyed this video. Make sure, if you're interested in any of these, of course, you can call these folks at Oceans East, and they will completely hook you up. So call Oceans East here in the Outer Banks and just say, hey, I want your entire mahi spread, or I want your tuna spread in terms of baits, lures. They're gonna get you set up. They're gonna make sure that you're ready to go offshore. And so make sure you join us offshore on a trip at Speechless. Go to speechlesssportfishing.com. And until the next time, everyone, stay salty.